guys. Okay, so I'm just gonna film myself getting ready. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and spritz my face with, this is the Skin & Co. Roma Aqua Illuminating Truffle Therapy Mist. That is such a long name. This smells divine. This smells like how those little mint chocolates from Olive Garden taste. That's how this smells. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so that smells delicious. Okay, I'm just gonna fan myself out. You know, this is supposed to be illuminating, but I've noticed that this is actually makes me more matte, which I kind of don't want. So I'm gonna have to go in with another spray. This is, okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Evian spray. Oh, can y'all see it? I got this at TJ Maxx for $8, and I think this is it around 20 or 30? I don't know, but it's more expensive at, well, this one in particular, this size, is more expensive at Sephora, but I got it for $8. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna take a quick little shower. And you can see, this hydrates. Now when that dries, I use a lot of primers, and I know you're not supposed to use that many, just because I've heard that the more you use, the cakier your face looks. Well, I'm here to tell you that's a damn lie, because I use a lot of primers depending on how my skin is, just because I want to say I'm oily. That's the type of skin that I have, but this winter I started getting dry patches, and I never had dry patches before. So I don't know, you guys. So I'm gonna go in with the Becca Evermatte Poreless Primer. This, I mean, it works, but it's not, I don't know. I just haven't found the perfect matte primer, you know, and this is the best one I've tried. And I only put that in my T-zone, because that is, oh my goodness, that's where I get oily. But my under eyes, they feel very dry for some reason. So I'm actually gonna put, I got this little sample. Isn't it cute? It's the Milk Makeup. Oh, what is it? It doesn't even say. It just says it's from Milk Makeup. You would think I would know what this is, right? Considering I've used almost half of it. But it's mainly to depuff and cool and refresh your eyes. So I forgot that I needed my mirror. So I'm actually gonna put this under my eyes. I don't put it directly because it is a stick, so it's actually a little bit harder to blend out. So I just do this with my finger, and I go ahead and I tap it all under my eye. Now I'm gonna go in with a pore primer. I actually go in with 2 pore primers, but I mix them. So this is I got this in a BoxyCharm. This is the No Problem Primer. This is by Touch and Soul. I go with this one and the e.l.f. Poreless Primer. So I mean, since I have both, I just mix half a pump of each. And I put this everywhere. Because if you have oily skin, you know you got pores. And if you don't, oh man, I missed a primer. Okay, we'll go in with that right now. And this one is actually for your eyes, to make sure your eyeshadow doesn't, you know, just to make sure it doesn't crease. But this actually doesn't work for my eyeshadow it works for my laugh lines. And I actually got this tip from Jackie Aina, and it works. So you just have to use a little bit. You don't have to use that much, just because this is very drying, I'm not gonna lie. But I put this on my laugh lines. You have to smile. And then just rub it in your laugh lines. Okay, hopefully that has the same effect, just because I did put that Pore Perfecting Primer before. Actually want to put like just a little pea-size amount more on my cheeks. So I'm gonna go in with two foundations, and they're, you know, the colors are kind of funky in both of these lines, but I don't like either of them on their own. I like both of them mixed together. One of them's more full coverage, so the first one is the Flower Beauty Light Illusion foundation. This is in the shade Natural Beige, I think. This is super full coverage, and it's more, you know, targeted for dry skin. And the second one is the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop in the shade Buff. So I'm actually gonna use a pump, maybe like 1 pump of each. 1 pump of each is good. I mean, can we talk about this coverage? Oh my. I mean, I don't even need green concealer to hide my blemishes. Why do I look so much? Is it just me, or do I look lighter? I hope I don't. And if I do, it's okay. That's what bronzer's for. Now, I don't use an actual contour stick. I use just a dark shade of concealer, and this is the NYX HD Photogenic Concealer in the shade Nutmeg. My face gets so itchy every time I want to do makeup. How convenient. Okay, that's enough. So I'm gonna push my hair back because I don't want any cream contour in my hair. And I'm gonna go ahead, put some on this 5 head. Okay, there we go. And right here. And on my nose. And I know I look a little crazy, but it's okay. This is all gonna come together. And then I'm gonna go in with a small dual fiber brush. This is the e.l.f. small stipple brush. And I've used different brushes. I've used dense brushes, I've used flimsy brushes, and I don't know, something about a dual fiber brush that just gets the job done a lot better than any other brush I've used. And then after, I do go in with my beauty blender. Look how seamless that looks. Yes. My face looks more like flawless and smoother than usual, and I think it's that Skin & Co. spray. Because every time I don't use it, my face does not look like this, but when I do use it, I look like I have like flawless skin, like not a, wow. Definitely repurchasing that. Okay, so now for the nose. I don't press too hard when I'm blending out my nose contour because I don't want to move the foundation. And you actually want to do the lines a little bit closer together. You don't want to do them so wide because then you're going to make your nose look a lot wider than it actually is. And we want to do the opposite. We want to make it look like we can breathe. Okay, So now we're gonna go on with the beauty blender. Oh, I was about to say the booty blender. The beauty blender. No, not even. This is a freaking equal tool sponge. I'm gonna go with a beauty sponge. Let's call it that. So that's what it is. The beauty blenders are 20 bucks, and that's ridiculous because it's a sponge. Anyways, I'm gonna add a little bit more foundation on this little friend right here. None of the little friends I have on my face were invited, but they all decided to show up anyways, and they don't want to go away. So now I'm gonna go in with the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer, and this is in the shade Light, I believe, right? I'm right. Okay, and then I'm gonna blend out what I have under here. Ooh. I know that looks like a lot, but it's okay. Then we're gonna go ahead and I blend the top. I know I've heard different tips that you're not supposed to blend your concealer right away. You're actually supposed to let it sit a little bit for a little bit. So I blend my forehead first. And these hairs, these baby hairs. Then I blend my nose. And if you wipe away some of that contour, it's okay. We'll just go back with the cream contour brush. Okay. Now I'm gonna go, I usually just set my eyelids first, and then I set my under eyes. I don't know why, I prefer doing that first. So I'm gonna go in with the Milani Powder Foundation in Natural Light. And just set my eyelids. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with the Peach Perfect, the Too Faced Peach Perfect translucent powder, mattifying translucent powder. And then I'm gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. So you want, let me back you all up. You wanna blend out the creases under your eyes and then set, because if you set the creases, then there's no way in hell you're gonna get those babies out. They're gonna be set in place. Wow. Kind of hard doing your makeup with the mirror all the way over here. I'm so close to it being, I'm so used to it being so close to me. You just want to look up. I set my concealer from the outer corner to the inner corner. Oh, I got some in my mouth. It actually tastes like peaches, which is very gross. But don't breathe when you're setting your face with this powder. Wow, with this new lighting, I look pretty damn flawless. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and contour and bronze the face. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and contour. I'm gonna go with the butter bronzer. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Go in with the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula in the shade Bronzer. You guys, this smells like a piña colada. It smells so good. Oh, they should have named it like, they should have named it piña colada or tropical or something, because look at the packaging. And they named it bronzer instead. Very creative, Physicians Formula, very creative. Hats off to you. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with, I got this in a BoxyCharm as well, and this is the Perfector Face Palette from Cover FX. And look how beautiful it is, you guys. Oh, I love this palette so much. So I'm gonna go in with the, it's called Silhouette. It's the contour color. I use it for bronzer. And this is also, oh, I think they have 2 shades in this palette. This is light medium. Thank goodness I got light medium, because if I would have gotten the darker one, I would have been very sad because I can't use that. But the highlights in this palette, you guys, wow. I'm gonna add just a little bit of that contour color up here. And just further contour my nose. Now to blend all that out, I'm gonna go in with that powder brush. And with a powder brush, I'm going with that same powder we used to set our eyelids. And I'm just blending all of that. Okay, and now I'm gonna go in with the finishing powder. Wow. The finishing powder right here, it's called Stellar, and it does have a lot of shimmer in it, so I don't know why they called it a finishing, but you know what it reminds me of? Those ambient lighting powders by Hourglass. That's what it reminds me of, but it just adds a nice sheen to the face, and I like to add that before I highlight, kind of like a base. I like to add it on my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and on my forehead. Then I go in with that powder brush again and just blend. I don't have any additional product on that powder brush. And then I'm gonna go in with the highlights. My favorite part. So these highlighters, they are super, super, super pigmented. And they're called Starlight and Divine. These are very, very, like, I mean, the aliens from outer space will need to put sunglasses on because you are gonna blind them with this highlight. So I mix both. Like, are you seeing that? Oh my goodness. Put that on the arch of my eyebrow. Like, come on, you guys. That looks sick. Oh, I love it. No, I didn't get that much. Highlight is easily my most favorite part of my makeup routine. Add a little bit on my Cupid's bow. And just a little bit on my nose. Not too much. Back in with the powder brush. And just blend everything together. And then go back in with the highlighting brush. Wow. Now I like to blend everything with my beauty blender. I feel like it makes a difference. I know Jaclyn Hill puts on her highlight with a beauty blender. I tried that. It did not work well for my skin. Nope. Now we're going to go ahead and set the face with the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Oh, it feels amazing. And it smells good too. And what a setting mist does is it just makes all the powders just one with your skin. I mean, look at my skin, you guys. Yes. Okay. We are gonna do our eyebrows. And I'm gonna go in with the Milani. It's kind of like their version of the dip brow in dark brown. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just do my eyebrows, you guys. So now we're gonna start with the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use my Jaclyn Hill palette by Morphe, which is my favorite palette I own. I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna try and show you all the colors. I'm gonna mix these three colors right here. I just use a lot of eyeshadows. I don't use one shadow at a time. I mean, sometimes I do, but most of the time I do not. And these are all different tones of brown. So I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I usually mix it with this one, and I might do that, but not use as much. I'm gonna go with the Morphe M535. This eye always comes out a little bit darker and a little bit messier. Just this entire, like, my eyebrow, my eyeshadow always comes out weird and funky. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna fix that. Oh, I forgot I wasn't gonna tap anymore. I'm sorry. And we're gonna go in with that same color. Just really blend out the edges. Just gonna put tons of shadow on our lower lash line, hiding all the little crinkles that I have, because I can never get rid of those, and I know I'm gonna look like I got punched in the face, or like if I'm sick. It's okay, it's all gonna come together. Oh, that light. I know I look like a raccoon, but it will come together, I promise. It will come together. You know those eyeshadow looks that you just have to finish them in order for you to be like, oh, okay, like this doesn't look bad. That's my eyeshadow makeup. Eyeshadow makeup. That's my eye makeup every time I do it. That shade. It's kind of like a burnt orange. And I wasn't gonna go in with it, but you know what? That is my favorite shade in this palette, and I can't find the brush I usually use. Oh, here we go. It is my favorite shade, so we are gonna have to use it. And I'm glad I decided to use it, because I think that shadow just saved my top lid. It was looking a little muddy up here. I don't know if I want to cut my crease or not. I kind of do. But I want to add some dark brown shadow. We're gonna go in with this shade right here and a little bit of this one, but just a smidge, mainly this shade. And oh my, so much eyeshadow everywhere. I know I said I wasn't gonna have this on. I'll tone it down a little bit, but I need it on. It actually helps. This little light is very bright, but oh my. Okay, there we go. This is what we needed. We needed some dark brown. We might go in with the black, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why, but when I do a smoky shadow, I need to use black. I cannot just not use it. And then we're gonna go in that burnt orange shade with no additional product, just whatever is left on our brush. And we're just going to blend that outer crease out. And blending is key. Blend till your arm falls off. And now we're gonna go in with some black. I'm gonna go in with like a tapered blending brush. Let's see if I can find it though. So many brushes in here. I found it. Okay. So this is the e.l.f. crease brush, but it's tapered, so it just goes up to a point like that. I don't know if you could see that. It goes up to a little point. And with that point, I'm gonna get the black and I'm gonna put in the very, very outer corner. Don't put too much, please, because that's happened to me before. And I'm just like, oh shit. Go back in with that brush that we used for the brown. And don't blend it this way, just keep it in the outer corner. Back in with that with the brush we used for the burnt orange. Okay, now we're gonna put some black. Well, we're gonna put some black in our lower lash line. And I'm sorry, I'm using the Morphe M432. If you don't have this brush, you need this brush. You need several of these brushes. Oh, it's been so long since I've had black in my lower lash line. I'm not gonna lie, I missed it. Ooh. I know there's some people that don't like to put it all the way to their inner corner, but I do. And I'm gonna go back in with that brush with no additional product. This is the one we used for our brown eyeshadow, and we're just gonna blend that black out. Then we're gonna go again with that brush that we used for the burnt orange. In with the clean fluffy brush. Okay. I'm thinking, do I want to cut the crease or not? Okay, so I think I am going to cut the crease just a little bit. Gonna go back with that concealer that we used for our under eyes. That our crease is cut. I actually want to go in, just blend this out a little bit first. Corner, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful rose gold shade. It's beautiful. Oh, I love it. And then for the outer corner, I'm gonna go in with this one. Well, not mainly the outer corner, like the middle of my lid, or the rest of my lid. And I'm just gonna use my fingers. It's like a bronzy rose gold type of shade. Oh, it's so pretty. My goodness. Yep, that is exactly what I wanted. just gonna go ahead and clean. I'm gonna get a smaller brush. And this is a teeny tiny brush. And I'm gonna go in with that burnt orange shade. Just gonna clean up the crease. So pretty. Now we're gonna go in and just stamp the black liner. Kind of like that. Now we're gonna go in with the actual liquid liner. And I use the Wet n Wild Mega Liner, shade black. And that doesn't look bad. It's a little bit longer than I wanted, but it's okay. Yeah. I need to stop, because if I try and fix them, they are gonna end up looking, I'm gonna end up looking like Amy Winehouse, and we don't want that. I don't want that. So we're gonna go in with some mascara. Just gonna curl my lashes. I just wanna curl these lashes. I go in with a lot of mascara, but I'm gonna actually prime my lashes. And this is the Lorac Los Angeles Royal Treatment Primer Mascara Duo. This is what it looks like. Okay, so we're gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Liquid Lipstick in the shade Karina. This shade, I got it last summer and I was always using it. Okay, now you thought we were done? You're wrong. Or actually, I like it like this, but I love it even better with this gloss. This is the ColourPop gloss in collaboration with Kathleen Lights in the shade Moonchild. And it's a new gloss, and this is just gonna tone it down a little bit. Yep. So yeah, you guys. This is the finished makeup look. So this, I was just inspired by spring. I wanted to do a very bronzy, yet smoky and dramatic with a pop of color. Hence my lip color. Okay guys, well I'm just gonna go ahead and go. I'll see you on my next video. Bye!